calls it. All part of you, all part of the artist.
We can see here Benett is 3 years the junior of Bulguchev and has a height and reach advantage.
And introducing first, the man fighting out of the blue corner. He is 28 years old. He's 181 centimeters tall. He has a record of 1 win, 0 losses. Hailing from Great Britain, representing Fight Zone, Tom Benett. And introducing next his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's 31 years old. He's 180 centimeters tall. He has a record of 3 wins, 2 losses. Hailing from Belgium, representing Combat Brothers, RASHID the Bull Bulguchev. And the referee for this bout will be Mr. Daniel Sharifi.
Fighters, please. Gentlemen, you know the rules. Fight hard, fight clear. Listen to my comments all the time. When I say stop, you're going to stop. No questions. Touch gloves if you want. Step back.
Those of you who look closely at such things will notice one half of our co-main event, Stuart Austin, is in Tom Bennett's corner.
Good.
He'll be fighting in an hour, maybe?
Time
hour
ready.
and a half.
Fighters.
Pretty much the best way to get a feel of the cage.
So true.
Cornering a friend and teammate.
You've done that, Stefan?
A couple times, yeah. It's always fun. But I've never done it when I'm fighting later on the night.
Focusing on someone else gets you out of your own head. This is the truth of life.
100%.
Benett using some of his boxing straight up, just looking at that distance, throwing some feints, throwing some jabs, looking to use those fast hands.
He's also exiting after he...
Look at that, level change into
great
the takedown right on the back.
The hips of Benett did a great job to kind of rotate him off the back, and now he's standing on the back, one hip.
Not the cage.
It's got to be careful with those, man. In my opinion, when you're in a situation like that and you grab the cage, you lose a point right away.
Yeah, it's got to stop. Yeah, that would make it stop pretty quick.
It changes the fight. It has the ability to change the fight so much.
So Benett has broken the grip at least once, and Bulguchev has re-gripped.
Some good knees there.
I like Bulguchev here. He's taking the position, just maintaining it and re-getting it when it's gone, and chipping away.
And this is where he wants to be against a striker like Benett. Just take some of the zip out of those punches, wear him down, put him in maybe unfamiliar territory.
And his grip is broken, but his right hand is gripping the right, gripping onto the wrists. Now, Nate Diaz, the Diaz brothers would do throws from this position, lock up sort of a modified Kimura from whatever angle and throw. But you see push down here on the hands. The grip is still there. It's just very low.
It's difficult to do something with that grip now. You can't drag your opponent down to the mat because your arms are extended. So
you almost want to let it go.
Yeah, you want to let it go, but you also want to keep this position. Bulguchev wants to keep this position up close because we know what Benett can do with his hands. He broke his opponent's rib with his beautiful strikes on his last outing for LFL.
So when the hands were low, Bulguchev let it go and tried to re-grip into the thigh or the high crotch area, but now Benett has rotated himself back in, but Bulguchev has there. Now they're fully separated. Let's see what Benett does out here in the gap.
Looking for that big right immediately, Benett, but eats a big kick.
Bulguchev tries to make the most of that, but Benett moves out of the way.
He's
so calm.
Yeah, just letting it happen. Bulguchev using that front kick owned that piece of the gap. And then he's moving out of range really well too. Like he's a gamer. He hasn't been hit by these long range weapons very much. Even there.
And it loves going to the body with that straight right.
If Bulguchev continues to exit every time Benett throws, Bennett's going to want to add 2 or 3 more onto the end of it. Maybe finish with a kick.
Benett's getting a lot of reads from Bulguchev when he's throwing the left hook and then the straight right to the body is his favorite weapon so far. But he's going to add to that, as you just said, Robin.
Yeah, he's gonna. If Benett finishes with a kick as Bulguchev exits, he'll be able to land it there. See, he's exiting almost every shot. See if it happens again. Yep, and you're right. Benett is learning a lot. He's downloading a lot of information.
He's leaning on those calf kicks as well, Benett.
Something Benett does really well is after he throws his strikes, he's ready to throw again.
Yeah, he sees. He's not watching himself work. He's letting himself work and then ready to. That's the thing. It isn't like a fastball or a hitter where
he hit him with the left around there.
A football where a play happens and it ends. The play never ends within the round. It continues, and you can't lose focus for even a moment. It's not a turn-based sport. It's a fluid, dynamic sport.
Double change there by Bulguchev. He's got a hold of a single.
Up against in the clinch position against the cage as well. This is where Bulguchev had
He's done well
earlier.
Yeah. This has been good for him.
Good defensive work here by Benett again, fighting the wrists of Bulguchev yet again.
And you felt in the round when Benett was on his feet regularly, he was starting to take the read, starting to dominate. But this has just switched the momentum again, allowed Bulguchev just to take Benett out of his rhythm.
Bulguchev landed a couple good punches of his own, though. He needs to believe in his own striking ability a little more, I think.
Wild left from Benett there.
Bulguchev has told Benett and the rest of us that I'm here to win this fight. And he can go back to his corner and say, you know what? I think I see what this guy's doing, and I think I can find a way. So this is a very, very competitive fight between two very skilled guys.
Benett's a character. He threw a body shot after the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was sort of a, way to go, buddy, and a body shot kind of blended together. Yeah, a little too hard.
Got a reaction.
I like it.
Bulguchev.
It's very British.
That was a very tactical round between the two of them. You really felt that neither of them have really managed to gain momentum or push forward. They both kind of interrupted each other's flows.
It's probably a Benett round, and Benett gained a little bit of momentum. He certainly is going to feel good, but Bulguchev is like, don't sleep on me, anybody here. Bulguchev certainly is not sleeping on himself.
Definitely not.
He believes he can win this fight. There's no question.
Here we go, the second round of this 3-round fight. Benett in the blue trunks, Bulguchev in the white.
Fight.
Benett's struggling to overcome the height of Bulguchev, struggling to get close enough to connect with that right hand.
Yeah, it's really good eyes, brother. Benett's probably used to having more reach, We're only a couple of pro fights in, and at lightweight and amateurs, he would have had a reach advantage more often. But it's also Bulguchev knows where to be and where not to be. That's one of his high-level skills.
So what Bulguchev is doing, he's making the most of his height, and he's throwing his chin up. So Bennett's missing, but he's throwing 1, 2, 3 punches. So what you just said, Robin, if he's going to throw 4 and 5, he's going to
step through with them. Yeah.
That's how you catch a taller fighter.
Yep. It's what, if you want to image in your mind of what Stefan just said, is picture an extreme example is Chris Weidman and Anderson Silva. When Anderson Silva's upright, backing out, continuing to back out, and Chris just walks into it. Takes 2 more steps and 3 more punches.
Yep.
And that was a big left from Bulguchev, sent Benett a little bit backing up.
Job to get out of the clinch there by Benett. Very evenly matched.
Yes. Just stuck Benett just slightly coming in. I was literally just about to say, you don't want Bulguchev to settle into, I'm doing really well. You want him to be like, I'm doing well enough to turn it up and win. That's where you want him to be at.
So I think what's going on in Bennett's mind right now is, am I going to step in deep and risk this? Because Bulguchev has shown he's got a really good level change and that he knows what to do with these situations. But he's got to step in deeper to be able to connect with his punches.
So, Stefan, quite wisely, you just pointed out he's wondering whether or not he should step in because this might happen.
Yep.
You know what? This just happened and he didn't step in. So you might as well put your offense out. If you're going to end up here without getting your shot, that's worse than ending up here trying your shot. Trying your, to take your, commit to something.
But Bulguchev does need to make these positions count. I mean, it depends on how the judges view this, whether this is seen as dominant and effective for Bulguchev, or whether they view it as a little bit of a stalemate. And that's something that kind of depends on the judge's view of the situation.
I think it's stalemate more because he's not really been able to do anything with it. And Benett's defending so well. He's not getting dragged down, so he's making the most of these situations and showing that he's got the knowledge to know what to do, get back to the striking.
When I'm on your back,
More action, guys. Come on.
as Bulguchev is here, it's better for me. However, not as much, quote, better as you punching me twice is, right? So, yes, this is good, and if no other damage was done, this would be enough to win a round. But any amount of advantage on the other side will negate this with an educated ref.
Ref might separate them with Bulguchev, and there we go.
I think that's a great decision.
You need to work initially. You need to work there. Okay? Come on.
I like this.
Yes. And he's correct. It's great referee.
And it's going after him right away.
Yeah, and if he can back Bulguchev against the cage, then maybe he can find his distance a little bit better. And nice level change yet again. And this time it completes the takedown.
So that's a warning for a very big cage grab that resulted in him getting back up.
I think he's going to deduct the point.
Yeah.
Rightly so. I like it.
Or put him back. It's too big an impact.
1 point down.
Yep,
Don't
fair.
grab the cage.
Well done, Daniel.
1 point down.
That's how you do it.
1 point down.
Yeah.
Don't grab the cage anymore, okay? Okay?
Yeah. Because he was on his ass if he didn't grab it that
100%.
time. So now it's going to really change the dynamic of this round, because even if Benett were to win this round, it will be a tie round.
I think this is good for the fight because Benett needs to chase him down a little more now.
Yep. Which will also play into Bulguchev's hands too. It'll create more conflict.
Benett needs to cut off the cage a little more. It's too easy for Bulguchev to escape to his left every single time.
Yeah.
So now he's got to step to his right a little bit. You see he's going to the left, and now it's easy for Bulguchev to go away.
And Benett ate a shot there when Bulguchev came in, and Bulguchev gets him where he wants him, just against the cage.
Win or lose, Stefan, Bulguchev Benett and his team are going to hear what you just said and take that. You are correct. There is no doubt. That's one small shift that would make a very large difference through 10 minutes. So we don't know who won either of those rounds, but if Benett was doing a little more and in the driver's seat a little more, he would be up only 1 round now because he lost a point. However, if Bulguchev were to win that round, he would be up by 2 points in this round.
It changes the complexion of the fight by some margin, and Stuart Austin in the corner of Benett there was admonishing him, was very passionately talking to him. Obviously, we don't know exactly what he was saying, but he's urging his fighter on because, yeah, Benett now is in a situation where it's not fully in his control anymore on the point side of things, so he has to probably go and hunt for a finish if he's
100%. That's the only thing that I would tell him if I was in his corner. I'd be like, hey, listen up. I do not know what the judges' scorecards are saying. You could be down by 3 points, 2 points. It could be a tie. I don't know. What I do know is that you have the ability to finish him, and you need to find that.
And Mario Pinto's giving him shit too while they're in there. But, you know, he's not fighting his best fight. And it is still possible he's winning. So that's a pretty great position to be in because you can make some tweaks here in round 3.
Threw a big right hand to open the round. Stepped in deep.
And you know, when you say Benett isn't having his best fight, and maybe a large credit goes to RASHID Bulguchev because he's hard to hit. He's positionally very good. He's hard to predict.
There goes Benett again, stepping to his left, letting Bulguchev escape from the pressure he's putting on him.
Bulguchev has one direction to leave, and it works every time right now. And that one small thing you've pointed out will be of great benefit to him after this fight, win or lose.
Well, you think if he was allowing him to circle out and then started using that, trying to bait him into that and then use an overhand right, then it could work for him.
You can walk him into a number of things. When somebody's moving to his left, if you cut him off right, you walk him right into your right weapons. Or you just cut off the direction of his movement and force him to behave in a different way, which also creates new chances, right? It changes a lot.
Oh, beautiful body shot there by Benett. He's so quick with his punches.
And that's probably been his biggest, most successful weapon in this fight, that body shot.
Another.
There it is again, and he's must have landed 10, 15 of those this fight.
Take a lot out of Bulguchev.
And the calf kick, he's landed a lot of those as well.
But then lovely, nice level change, and it's repeating back into this sort of pattern.
Yeah,
and it starts to get into his rhythm, and then Bulguchev just beautiful level change and just hangs on Benett here.
That little float around the hip into the back, it's something clearly that he's really, really good at. Getting the entry, getting control, and then moving into this area. And if you can't stop him, he'll keep doing it all night. However, we've been over this. It's probably not enough to win you fights if you don't turn it into something else. It's small advantage, but small advantage doesn't win you fights.
And of course, for the judges, doesn't help that the referee is splitting this up and telling Bulguchev to work. That will put it in their heads that this isn't a dominant position.
You should throw more knees. Very underestimated weapon.
Yeah, you're right.
Positions. They hurt a lot. They do a lot of damage. They take the movement away from your opponent. And if he throws more knees, it is another reason to not get broken up by the referee.
And young fighter, he corralled the leg and tried to lace it into a takedown. If you're a young fighter watching this at home, explore the kicks to the bottom of the calf too, where the calf inserts into the Achilles tendon. It's a really, really painful part of the body. If you're going to spend time back there, you might as well injure your opponent, hurt him.
And Benett needs to up the ante here if he's going to guarantee himself a victory.
This is with the big right, and good answer there by Bulguchev. And every single time Benett throws, he resets, and then Bulguchev moves to his left again and again and again.
Yeah,
there it is, patterns repeating.
Yeah, and it's one slight difference in the angle of the response by Benett, and it changes the whole dynamic. And of course, that will be Monday in the gym. Well, you know, hopefully, depending on how if he's sore, Tuesday in the gym, and you'll see that change. And he'll shrug his shoulders and be like, I can't believe I did it. But these are why you have fights. He actually made a small adjustment there. This is why you have fights 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to see your own patterns, to learn your own patterns and your own errors that you make under duress.
Again, Benett lands that right, and as everyone's been saying, Benett lands it. Bulguchev comes through with 2 or 3 of his own that somewhat negates it. And there's the circling out again.
So if Benett would be throwing longer combinations and moving to his right more, I think he would have a better shot, but he sticks to the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now, no! Beautiful hook. That's his best shot of the fight so far.
Little fake got him in deep.
Just under a minute left, but Bulguchev very cleverly clinches up, takes him to the cage, 50 seconds left.
Which, of course, is the reason for the hesitation, right? Because of this. And that's all credit to Bulguchev.
So Benett's got to fight hard now to really break this grip and move away to the center of the cage and then go back to throw his strikes and try and get that finish late in the third.
If you're Bulguchev, you know, he may... If Bennett's thinking so much about getting the finish, it's a good time for you to just crank a few out. Right there.
Right hand there by Benett, but good answer by Bulguchev.
Bulguchev's got a shot here. When Benett comes in, you can land your biggest shots. But instead, he tries for one more takedown. And
yeah, slightly telegraphed, but had enough
elbows.
Leg.
Good job by Bulguchev to get a body lock.
Oh, he goes
in. Almost grabbed the cage, but
if he hadn't, if he'd actually managed to grab the cage and hadn't missed, would have been put Daniel Sharifi in an interesting position of whether to dock another point. But that didn't happen. Tense fight, very technical. Both the pair almost negating each other. Had a very predictable rhythm and flow. Benett would get on some sort of rhythm on his feet. Bulguchev would hit back every time Benett shot, and then it would end up in a clinch position initiated by Bulguchev, at which point they'd separate, and that little pattern would repeat again.
Bulguchev, I think, won round 3 probably definitively. He landed the biggest punch with that hook, and he, turned himself up a little bit. But if I said Benett, right? Benett, I thought, won round 3. If Bulguchev was able to win either round 1 or round 2 with that point being deducted, we'd have a draw.
Yeah, I did consider whether that was going to be a possibility, and to be honest, with a point down, a draw could possibly be the outcome that we see here.
So, long thing short, we do not know. We do not know what's going to happen.
Yeah, thanks.
I have no idea.
I wish I could read the future.
Thank you for the perfect clarification. That is true. We don't have an idea of what is going on. Although nobody ever does.
Nope.
Often you'll see something, people say, how did you score it? It's like, why ask it that way? It doesn't matter how I scored it. It's 3 human beings are going to score it now, and that will be what matters for all eternity.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have counted their points and come to a decision. Please give a round of applause for both fighters, because we have a draw. Give a round of applause for them.
Put your hands together for both these two fighters.